Hello folks, this is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. I do have some information for you today. I'm going to call this news. However, I can't actually prove that this is news at this time, though I have seen much of this information in several different places. So I am believing that there is quite a bit of truth in what I'm going to tell you today. The reason I'm going to tell you these things is because there's a good chance that a lot of you are not going to get the information otherwise. And if this information should materialize so that it becomes fact, you'll know it first. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about the plan. The plan, President Trump's plan to end all future wars. Now that would include Iran, because the Iranian government, in part, is run by a group of people that are part of the Deep State. Some of them are CIA operatives, and I believe some of them are FEMA operatives, and so on. Okay, now, what his plan is going to do is to take down the Deep State's ability to create wars in the future. So, he has the peace treaties signed. They're 1,000-year peace treaties. If you are a part of the new economy, which has been created, you cannot go to war with anyone else that is a part of this treaty. So you have to sign the 1,000-year treaty, meaning then that you cannot go to war with any other country. Now, in some places you'll find that there are 207 nations that have signed it, and in some places you will find that there is 209 nations that have signed it. I go with the 209 because of the fact that this is the number that is listed the most. Now, I have not gone through the list of nations and counted them. If you want to do that, go ahead, and then you can decide, is it 207 or is it 209? When the number changed a few months back, I did talk about the fact that it was very possible that a couple of nations had dropped off. But I don't really think that's the case. I think somebody somewhere has added a different number to the conversation. Okay, war hurts the ability for the economy to grow. There is a lie by the Deep State that the war machine actually causes growth in the economy. But what happens, it damages corporations and small businesses, and it slows their ability, and in some cases stops it altogether, their ability to grow. So, what is the plan? Well, the plan will take out all of the Deep State strongholds. The banks that are funding wars are going to be removed permanently. Now, D.C. is being evacuated, and it's believed that this is for the final bombing, because there are some buildings in D.C. that are known as Deep State Satanic Buildings. And according to what has been said for the last several years, there is a list of 34 locations. Most of these are buildings, some of them not necessarily buildings. But these locations are going to be destroyed. And so the rumor has it that right now they're doing the final evacuation in D.C. Now, if that is the case, then it is very possible that we may be seeing the end of the deep state, the cabals, the end of the globalist regimes that have been controlling the United States since just before 1871, when the Congress went ahead and put into law it would be the Act of England, and then D.C. became incorporated at that time. And we've discussed that a few different occasions. The third things, the attacks that would take place would hit the deep state underground tunnels. This war equipment that they have buried, that would take that out, as well as the military planners that the deep state uses. Now, the Ukraine war would have to end, because everything that is supposed to happen moving forward is supposed to happen after the Ukrainian war has ended. Okay, so then the 34 deep state locations would be destroyed. These are the satanic locations. Now, you can look up deep state satanic locations or deep state satanic locations for destruction, and you can get a list. Different locations has this. I've seen this list for probably the last 5, 6, 7 years, so it is out there. Now, I do have the list, and I can talk about it as well. If some of you in the comments say you would like to know what those buildings are, and if you do that, please take a moment to give me a like. And if you're not subscribed to this particular channel, please consider doing so, because we are going to have a lot more information of this nature. Okay. Once all of these things happen, there would be a permanent peace. Now, if those buildings are getting ready to be destroyed, that would probably be the reason why D.C. is being evacuated. Now, the D.C. police, as well as some military people, National Guards, Marines, and so on, are out there, and they are evacuating D.C. This is according to what the information is. Now, we're going to change directions a little bit. What I'm telling you there is the alliance plan. I want to give you one more globalist plan so that you can see what the globalists are supposedly planning. Now, George Soros has been caught. What he's trying to do is he's trying to reshape the districts in Texas, and he wants to take over the state of Texas, because he believes if the state of Texas goes down, that he can control the new republic that is coming into place, and the deep state then will continue to have charge. Now, according to what is being said, they will not be able to complete their project until 2032. Well, sometime between now and the time that President Trump leaves, which would be January 20th of 2029, everything is going to be completed. The ability for the globalists then to take over would become moot, basically. The alliance plan is in full motion. It's in the process of being worked, and so therefore the world and the people are going to be free for the first time since 1871, when D.C. became a corporation and the deep state then took over the government of the United States. Sometime we'll talk about the milk stool and the three legs of it and so on, which happen to be the Vatican, England, London, England, and of course Washington, D.C. And we'll talk a little bit about what each was supposed to do and so on. Okay, so please remember to give us a thumbs up, like, and to subscribe to both of our channels, this one and DSR Chats. And also remember to have a good day. Now, a good day will always begin with good prayers, and if they reach the throne of God, they are going to be good prayers. And in that case, God will make sure you have a good day. So, good day.